Hi everybody, my name is Jill and I'm the Marketing Manager for Emydex Technology. In the last video, my colleague Shane showed you how to add elements to a workflow. In this video, I will show you how to add conditions to the workflow, which will allow you to guide the operator through a different path based on their responses during the workflow. I will show you how to add the conditions and then show you what it looks like from the operator's point of view. Firstly, I will navigate to the Workflow Builder, where I will find my current product checked workflow and select Edit. I will then navigate to the Design tab in the menu on the top right corner. This workflow is a simple product check, which will ask us a few questions such as selecting the product they are performing the check on, if there are any quality defects, and ask the operator to take a photo of the case label. In this workflow, I also have an action plan configured for a non-conformance, which will ask the operator to record what the defect was, if the issue needs to be raised, and take a photo of the issue. What I will now show you is how to configure the system so that if we have a defect with the product being inspected, the system will get the operator to enter in the non-conformance information. To do this, I will navigate to the element defect, which is asking the operator, are there any defects with the product inside the case? In this scenario, if the operator selects yes, there are defects, this is a non-conformance. If they select no, there are no issues, they can continue on with the check without entering non-conformance information. To do this, I will navigate to the Conditions tab and select Add. I will then select Edit in the bottom right-hand corner. I now want to change the comparison field to be text. Next, I will change the comparison type, which, as you can see, there are many ways we can configure the system to trigger the action. In this case, I'm going to change the comparison type to be equal to. I will then put in a comparison value of yes. Lastly, I have to tell the system what I want it to do when these comparisons are true. In this case, I want to trigger the non-conformance internal action plan. This is now telling the system that if the response to the question is equal to yes, trigger the internal action plan that I have selected. I will now test this and show you what it looks like from the operator's perspective. I will do this by running a test by selecting Test option in the bottom left-hand side of the window. As you can see, these are the questions I have configured in the workflow, firstly asking me to select the product that I am completing the check on. This is the question that we have put the condition on, which is, are there any defects with the product inside the case? Due to how I have configured the system, if I select yes, this will trigger the action plan. If I select no, this will allow me to continue through without having to enter the non-conformance information. Firstly, I will select no. You will notice that it takes me to the next question in the workflow that is asking me to take a photo of the label. I will go back to the previous question and I will now click yes to say there is a defect, and this will trigger the action plan, where I can then answer the non-conformance information. Once I finish completing the non-conformance information and take a photo of the defect, I can then select the arrow in the bottom right, which will take me back to the workflow. This now gives me a summary of the non-conformance information and takes me to the next question, which is asking me to take a photo of the label. This video was an example of adding a condition to an element so that I can change what information the operator has to enter based on what they enter during the product check. For more information or to request a free online demonstration, get in touch with our sales team using the details on your screen now. Stay tuned for the next video in the Emydex Quality Management video series.